you know, sentences. You made the sentences. So we are going after that. And those who did not make those sentences, you can make it inshallah later on. That was page number 3, 2 and 3. These are few words. But today I want all of you to go on page number 6. Page number 6. How do we say 6 in Arabic?
Sitta.
Sitta. And what is page?
Safa.
Safha. And what is number?
Raqam.
Raqam. So nahnu means we.
We.
Al-an,
Today.
now. Fi safha
Raqam.
raqam
Sitta.
sitta. So you see in the picture an Arab man, he is meeting probably an American man, right? Shaking hand with him. So this lesson is about grammar of Mudhakkar Muannas, masculine gender, feminine gender. And we talked about this topic several times in the class, in this book also. In Arabic, no word is non-gendered. Every noun, every word has a gender. Even these tables, chairs, they also have a gender. So either we say huwa or hiya. Same pronoun that we use for the human beings. Okay? So, and second rule is that whenever there are noun and adjectives, so they always should be in agreement. There is a rule of agreement between noun and adjective. What does it mean? If you are using a tawila that is table, noun, and you want to say this is a big table. So big is an adjective. So you will bring the word big also feminine for the table. Because the table, the tawila is feminine, so the adjective kabira also will be feminine. We cannot say tawila kabir. Kabiratun, tawilatun, kabiratun. Or hazihi tawilatu kabiratun. Now kursi, this chair, is a masculine gender in Arabic. So if you want to say big chair, then you say kabir. Kursi, kabir. So keep in mind this rule of agreement between noun and adjective. Also, one more thing, if the noun will be definite, either by al, you add al, or by definition it is definite, like the name of some person or some place that is already definite. So the adjective also will be definite. So now if you say at-tawilatu, then we will say al-kabiratu. At-tawilatul kabiratu. Okay. So look at the headline that says an-nisbah. An-nisbah. That is actually towards the end of the page, to the bottom of the page, an-nisbah. Okay. So we will talk about today this nisbah. Nisbah is also a kind of adjective. It is an adjective, but it is a specific adjectives. What does it mean, nisbah? When we associate a person or a thing to a proper place, that is called a nisbah adjective. Okay? If you say this man is American man, this is American man. So you are associating the man to America. So this is called nisbah adjective. Okay? You say that this watch is Japanese watch. So you are associating this watch to Japan. So this is a nisbah adjective. You say the car is American car. So that is nisbah adjective. Coffee, Turkish, coffee. Qahwa, Turkiya. So this is nisbah adjective. If you say my mother is from Palestine, so walidati Falastiniya. So this is nisbah adjective. So we will learn more. There are some rules to make the nisba adjective. So, Brother Khalid, can you read this paragraph and you all look at the book? The word nisba.
The nisba adjective. The word nisba in grammar refers to a type of adjective formed from nouns by adding the suffix ye for muzakkar for muzakkar or ya ta for muannas. These adjectives generally indicate origin or affiliation, especially in reference to a place. You have learned several of these already. Qahwa Turkiyatu wa qahwatu Amrikiya.
Just say qahwa Turkiya
Qahwa Turkiya
wa qahwa Amrikiya.
wa qahwa Amrikiya. Walidati Palestiniya. Ustadi Misri. Khubz Arabi.
Okay. Now please look at the board. So the grammar, the rule over here, how to make the nisba adjective by adding ya or ya ta. So if you are adding for a masculine gender, you will add ya. If you are adding for a feminine gender, that you will add ya ta. Okay. So the word qahwa is a feminine gender. You write qahwa, so you see that it's ending on ta marbuta is feminine, and you wanna say Turkish, and Turkish Turkey in Arabic, so you'll say Turkiyah. Turkiyah. Because the word qahwa is feminine, so Turkiyah is also. However, if you wanna say a pen is Turkish pen, so then you will not say Turkiya. How do you say?
Kalamu Turki.
Yeah. Kalamun Turki. Yes. So in for the kalam you are adding ya. For qahwa you are adding yata. Okay. And this nisba adjective denotes an affiliation to something or origin. Yes. Like this man is from there, that man is from there. So this is like origin. Yes, please read the next one.
In formal Arabic, the shadda on the nisba ending ye is clearly pronounced. But in spoken Arabic, it is not normally pronounced in the masculine.
Yeah, this is something about the pronunciation. So when you say qalam Turki in formal Arabic, you will say Turki, yeah, like you are pronouncing shadda. But in spoken Arabic, you don't need to pronounce shadda, just say Turki, Amriki, Falastini.
Learn to recognize both variants. Listen to this chart and compare. Al-Muzakkar, spoken, formal, and Al-Muannas. And the first entry is Al-Ustad Misri.
Al-Ustadhu.
Al-Ustadhu Misri.
And you can say in spoken Arabic just Al-Ustad.
Al-Ustad Misri.
Al-Ustad Misri.
Misri.
Now it's formal Arabic. When you pronounce shadda, Misri.
Al-Ustad Misri. The Muannas is Al-Muannas is Ustadatu Misriya.
Misriya. Al-Ustadha Misriya.
Ustada Misriya.
So if it's Pakistan, so it's Ustaz al-Pakistani
For male.
for male.
Yeah. Al-Ustad Pakistani.
Pakistani.
So
Me.
we will have a
You have the shadda. When you
Shadda,
write
okay.
Pakistani, you will put the shadda on ya.
okay.
But in spoken, you will not pronounce the shadda. You will just say Pakistani. Same way as in Urdu we say. Okay.
The next
Next,
is Al-Ustadu Suri. Al-Ustadatu Suri.
So the first one with shadda you say Suri.
Suri.
Riyi, like you are pronouncing ya twice, making it double.
Al-Ustad Suriyi.
Just say al-ustad.
Al-Ustad Suriyi.
سوري
Al-Ustad Lubnani. Al-Ustad tu Lubnani.
نية
Okay.
Lubnaniya.
For female al-ustada
Al-Ustad
Lubnaniya. Yeah. Yes.
Al-Ustad Maghribi.
مغربي
Maghribi. Al-Ustad Maghribi. Al-Ustadatu Maghribiya.
Okay. Read all these three. Al-ustad maghribi,
Al-Ustad Maghribi.
then al-ustad maghribi. Like one time double ya, one time single ya. And third time for feminine ya and ta.
Al-Ustad Maghribi.
Yeah.
Al-Ustad Maghribi. Al-Ustadatu Maghriya.
Maghribiya.
Maghribiya.
Okay. Do you want to translate? Yes. So first one, Al-Ustaz Masri, the teacher is Egyptian, male teacher, right? Second, Al-Ustada Misriya, the female teacher is Egyptian. The second, Al-Ustad Suri. Suri is from where? Syrian. Suriya for feminine, Suri, Syrian. Al-Ustad Lubnani is from Lebanon,
لبنان
Lebanese, and female teacher. And Maghribi is Marrakesh. So Moroccan. The teacher is Moroccan, and lady teacher is Moroccan. Okay. Now, so we learned about the nisba adjective, that it denotes affiliation and origin from some place. Also, now they are telling two more usage. If you are a professional person and if you are associated with some profession, so in that case you can also use this nisba adjective, ya and yata. For example, those people who are watchmakers, those who are repairing the watches, making the watches, and the word for watch in Arabic is sa. Sa. So you can say sa'ati.
ساعات
Sa'ati. You will add ya, and if the woman, it will become sa'atiya. If you are working in the library, for example, as a librarian, so the library maktaba, in Arabic maktaba, right? So add ya maktabi for male librarian, and maktabiyah for female librarian. If someone is mechanic, any kind of car mechanic, air condition mechanic, whatever, so the word in Arabic is mekaniki. It's the English word, they just took it into Arabic. So mekaniki for male. If it's a woman, mekaniki. Yes. So for professions also you can make nisba adjective. Okay. And the third information that they are going to give you is about the formation of this nisba adjective depending on the noun. Because the nouns, they have some specific beginning and specific ending. So if the noun has al in the beginning, definite article al, and we want to make nisba adjective, we need to remove that al from the beginning. Al will not be with nisba adjective. You will remove that al. Okay?
From the noun or the adjective?
From the noun. From the noun. Yes. So, for example, if you want to say, I'm looking for Al-Urdun. Al-Urdun is an Arabic country and it is used with al. Now you want to say Jordanian man, a person from Jordan. So you will say Urduni. You will not say Al-Urduni. Okay? So al will be gone.
الرجل أردني
Al-Rajulu Urduni, yes. Al-Ustazu Urduni. And And if there will be ta marbuta in the end, so you will remove that ta marbuta from the end. And then you will add ya or yata. And I have already given you the example of the word maktaba, library. The word maktaba has ta marbuta. So you will remove ta marbuta from the end. So the remaining part will be maktab. Then you will add ya, so maktabi. Or you add yata, maktabiya.
Maktabiya.
Okay. If the noun is ending on alif, there is alif in the ending, like the name America, Faransa, right? So you will remove alif from the end. So if you remove alif from America, the remaining part is Amrik, right? Then you add ya, so it's Amriki. Or yata for feminine, Amrikiya. Okay. So these are some rules for formation of nisba adjective that we are going to learn. Brother Arshad, do you have the book?
Yeah.
Read this next paragraph. Many family names.
Many family names come from the nisba adjective and refers to the original hometown of the family. Examples include al-Misri,
Masr. Actually, this
Al-Masri.
Masr they always pronounce Misr, they pronounce Masr.
Masr.
Yes.
Al-Masri. Masr can refer to Cairo. Al-Baghdadi and Al-Fasi from Fez, Morocco.
Yeah, there is a city in Morocco, Fez. In Arabic is Al-Fas. So if someone is from that city, that person will be called Al-Fasi. If someone is from Baghdad, Al-Baghdadi.
Nisbas are usually formed from nouns referring to a place or institution such as university, library, or house. A few professions are also expressed with the nisbas such as mekaniki, mechanic, and sa'ati, watch repairer, from sa'at, plural sa'a.
From Sa'at.
Sa'at,
That is the plural of Sa'a.
sa'a,
So Sa'a, one watch, Sa'at, watches.
watches. So sa'ati is a watchmaker, watch
Yes.
repairer.
Yeah.
To form a nisba adjective from a place noun, follow these steps. Remove all tha marbuta, al, and
Final alif.
and final alif or ya from the place name, and add the appropriate nisba ending ya or yata
Yes.
marbuta.
So always remember, this is very important point. In order to for the formation of this adjective, these two steps we have to take. One, we have to remove one of the four things, and no word will be out of these four situations, right? Either if there is a al in the beginning, you remove al from the beginning. If there is a ta marbuta in the end, remove ta marbuta from the end. If there is alif, final alif in the end, remove that alif. Or if there is ya alif, like in the word Turkiya, right? So remove that ya alif, and then add second step, add ya or yata, depending on the gender. So now you will see these examples. So from America, right? So remove alif, so the remaining part is Amrik. Then nisba ending
Amriki or
Amri or
Amrikiya.
Amrikiya. Look the next word maktaba,
Maktaba.
that is ending on ta marbuta. So remove that ta marbuta is maktab.
Maktabi.
Then maktabi or maktabiya. Now in al-Urdun, it has al in the beginning. So remove that al,
Urdun.
Urdun, then Urduni or Urduniya.
Urduniya.
Now practice by completing the steps for the following. This is your job. So look at Faransa. Brother Noman, how do you make it nisba from Faransa?
Remove alif, furnace, and furnace, furnace.
Very good. Okay, Brother Omar, you make from al-Maksik.
Al-Maksik.
Ah.
You remove the al,
Hmm.
it becomes Maksik,
Hmm.
and then you add the nisba ending, will be Maxiki or Maxikia.
Very good. By the way, what is the meaning of Maxi?
Mexico.
So Mexican man is Maxiki and a Mexican woman is Maxikia. There are so many Maxikian, huh? Okay, next. What is the next word? Mauritania. Brother Iftikhar, bataएं. How do you make this by adjective?
Mauritania, ya remove it, and then it's Mauritani or Mauritania.
Yes. So in this example, you will remove ya and alif.
Right.
Ya and alif. Yes. Okay. Now, interesting word Al-Qahira. Sister, tell me, what do you remove? And ta marbuta, yes. In the word Al-Qahira, you will remove two things. Al from the beginning, ta marbuta from the end. So the remaining part will be what? Just Qahir. Then you will add Qahiri or Qahiri. So Qahira is Cairo. Cairo is a very famous city and capital of Egypt, Masr. Okay, now go to the next page. And next page there is exercise. Tamreen. Tamreen means exercise or drill about a nisba. Okay, what is the number of tamreen in Arabic? Khamsa. Five. Khamsa. So identify the nationality or affiliation of the following people, place and things. So they have given you under parenthesis, under the bracket, the name of the place or people and things, and then you need to make this adjective. And the example is that هذه طائرة أمريكية. So you want to say that this is American aeroplane. Okay, and you have the choice America, that is the name of the country. So from America you made Amrikiya because Taira is feminine gender. So based on this, tell me, how do you make Fas, Medina, Al-Maghrib is the choice.
Fas, Medina,
Farsi.
Fas, Medina, Maghribiyat.
Very good. Brother Arshad. Okay, Brother Arshad, listen to me. You are not associating any person to city of Fas. Okay. You want to say that Fas itself is a Moroccan city.
Oh, okay.
So then why you will say to Medina. Medina Maghribiya.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that feminine, masculine? Feminine.
Because the word Medina is feminine. Yes. Okay. Now, Brother Hassan, you make the next. Hazihi Ustada from Al Jazair.
Hazihi Ustada Jazairiyya.
Very good. Jazairiyya. Next, Brother Babar.
Nicole.
Al Jazair, Algeria is the country.
Algeria.
Yes.
Nicole. Bint Francia.
Bint Francia.
Bint Francia.
Bint Francia. French girl. Nicole is a French girl. Okay. Brother Iftikhar, next.
Rajul Hindi.
Rajul Hindi. Raj is the name, is Indian man. Okay, Brother Khalid.
هذا قهوة
هذه
قهوة تركيا.
قهوة تركية.
تركيا. هذه قهوة تركيا.
تركية. So you removed alif, the final alif.
You remove ya and alif both.
Yes, ya.
Turkiya.
Then Brother Omar, make next.
Richard. Doctor. Australie.
Yes. Translate it.
Richard is a doctor from Australia. He's an Australian doctor.
Richard is Australian doctor.
He's Australian doctor.
Because he's a male name, you say Australi.
Australia.
For example, if you say for Nicole, how do you say Nicole is Australian doctor?
Doctoria.
Australia.
Yeah. Nicole Doctora Australia. Yes. Brother Rashad, next.
Okay. Tokyo Madinat Yabani.
No, Medina is feminine gender.
So, Yabaniya.
Ah. Tokyo Medina Yabaniya. How do you translate?
Tokyo is a city in Japan. City of Japan.
Say Japanese
City.
Ah. Also bring adjective of English, like in the way of English. Yes. Brother Tanveer. Salma.
Salma Taliba
Pakistaniya. Ah. Salma Taliba Pakistaniya. Translated?
Salma is a Pakistani student.
Yes. Very good. Pakistani.
So, doctor, for
No.
female, it will be, we put time or we put time?
Yes.
Doctora.
It will be
Doctora.
Doctora.
Okay. Doctora.
Yes, Brother Noman, next.
Maha Taliba Jamiya.
Ah, Maha Taliba Jami'iyya. Okay, you remove ta marbuta and then you add yata because Maha is a female name. How do you translate it?
Maha is a university student.
Is university student. Yes, very good. Okay, sister, last. Ah. Yes, very good. Siniya. This is Chinese watch. Very good. So, mashallah, you all learned this adjective, right? Now, I'm giving you the homework, all of you, to write down these sentences. Say the same way that you made it verbally. Now, write them down and bring it next Sunday, inshallah. So we are done with this book, and now we are switching to our second book. Okay. So في هذا الكتاب نحن الآن في صفحة رقم 13. 12 و 13. Actually we already